Good morning, teacher.
Yes, yes. Immediate.
Hello.
So today we will, according with our timetable, we will have a laboratory work. Laboratory work. Okay. So which laboratory work? So now let us go to the Hammer. Okay, let us go to the Moodle. Okay, so demonstration. Okay, so let us go to the Moodle and let us check our previous topic. So our previous topic was lecture 10, heritage and polymorphism. Okay, so now I open the lecture. So here we consider the program with two classes. So the class, I remind you that the class must be first declared. Second, the functions of the class, so-called methods, must be realized, so described the realization of function. So after this, we declare the second class, okay, and realize the methods of second class. And only after this, the main function, the executable part begins, the using. So it is necessary after the declaration and realization of methods of one class and declaration and realization of methods of second class, it is necessary to create the object of the first class and the object of the second class. And only after this it is possible with the help of this object. So my point, it is the object of the first class. My point. So it is possible to call the functions, three functions of first class. So let us see the functions of the first class. Hide, show, and move. The functions of the first class. C point. Okay. So, but we created the object. Yes, my point of the class C point. And after this, we use this object and dot operator to obtain height function, for example. The object dot operator and move function. The object and dot operator the show function. Okay, the object dot operator and the x. The x, what is x? X, it is the field. It is the field, so the data, the variable of the first class C point. Okay. And it is possible to obtain y, r, and c. Okay. So after this, with the help of second object, my circle of the second class C circle, to obtain the height function, the move function, the show, and the x from the next class, my circle. Okay. So this is our previous lecture, the heritage and polymorphism. What does it mean, heritage? Heritage means that we have, for example, two classes. One class, it is a basic class. It consists of 4 variables, so-called fields of the class, and how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 functions, so-called methods of the class, So the second class C circle is derived from the first class with the name C point. Heritaged in other words. So to heritage, it is necessary to indicate after colon the word public. What does it mean, public? Public means that all the components of the first class are public. So are be used in other classes. Okay, so public, and after this it is necessary to indicate which class. Public C point. So second class C circle is derived from the first class C point. Okay, so class C circle, public C point. Okay, so this is a heritage. So the second class is heritage from the first class C point. What does it mean? It means that the fields are heritage automatically. So it is not necessary to repeat all these fields in this class, the declaration of all these fields. So these four fields, X, Y, R, C from the integer type, is declared automatically, is declared as heritage automatically. Okay, and it is not necessary to repeat move function. So move function is derived automatically too from the basic class C point. But in this class C point we have two functions, hide and show. Let us see the realization of this function, the realization of hide function and the realization of the point function. So the realization of hide function has the record point about the point, and the realization of show function has the record point too. So these two records refer to the point. Okay, but in the next class C circle must be the same function, but with the record circle and hide, circle and show. So the other function, but the name are the same. So to cover the heritage, to cover the derivation, so it is necessary in the basic class to add the keyword virtual hide and virtual show in comparison with move. Move is not covered, so but to cover hide and to cover show, so this function must not be heritage, must not trapped automatically to the derived class. So it is necessary to cover. So, but in this case, it is necessary to declare the same functions, hide and show and virtual, in the derived class C circle. Okay, so now the laboratory work. So let us go to the initial page of Computer Science and Engineering 1 course. Let us return. Okay, yes. And let us open новостной forum. So in English, the forum of news. So in this forum are listed the laboratory works, practical tasks. So for this course, okay. So for example, the previous laboratory work in Friday, 13th of November. Let us open. Okay, so in this laboratory work, we compared statical structure and dynamical structure, and statical class and dynamical class. We compare. Okay, so and that's all. We compare. So with comments. So in comments, so you can see the explanation of this comparison. What is different? So yes. So what is our task today? So our task is to compile the statical class, the dynamical class. Okay, and let us return to the main page and this program with heritage and polymorphism. What does it mean? Heritage, I told you. What does it mean polymorphism? So polymorphism, I'm sorry, yes. What does it mean polymorphism? Do you see here we have hide, move and show from the class my point. So and hide, move and show from the class my circle. So the names of these three functions are the same. Hide here and hide here. Move here and move this, so show this and show this. But this hide, move, and show are the functions of class myPoint, and this hide, move, and show are the functions of the class myCircle. So the same function with the same names, but from different classes. So for example, hide functions here is in the form of the member of the class myPoint. So this hide function is in the form of the class myCircle. So this move function here is in the form of the property of the member of the class myPoint. This move function is in the form of member of the class myCircle. And the show function is in the form of the class myPoint. This in the form of myCircle. So for example, here x in the form of member of myCircle. Here x is in the form of class myPoint. So the forms are different. So polymorphism. So many forms, many forms. What does it mean, polymorphism? So the heritage and polymorphism. But today our task is to compile this program to execute and two previous programs, the statical and dynamical class. So let us return to the laboratory work, Friday's laboratory work. Yes, and first let us compile the statical object, statical class. So this left program. So let us press this program, all this program. Okay, so let us try again. Okay, so till the end, the very end. Yes, so this is the end of this program. Let us press Ctrl C, so to copy. This is a listing of this program. And let us compile to execute this program to see the result. Okay, so how to compile? So let us compile online. So let us go to the GDB online compiler. GDB online compiler. I press GDB. Yes, GDB online compiler or debugger. Okay, so let us open it. Yes, the window of GDB, and instead of this program, yes, let us press Ctrl V. Let us paste our program. Okay. So, and let us press run to compile, to execute. Okay, run. And nothing happens, so it is necessary to wait a little. Okay, so let us try again.
You should be see language.
Yes, the language. Okay, so let us try again. So let us go out. Yes, and let us enter again. Okay, so yes, instead of this, let us delete all this. Yes, let us insert our code. So press Ctrl V to paste. So this is our statical class. Okay, and let us press run to compile. And the result is the same. Yes. So you tell me that it is necessary to choose a language. Yes, I'm sorry, I did not understand you. So yes.
Okay, no.
That you are very smart to understand that it is necessary to select the language. Who is this, Amir or Mehdi?
I am Amir.
Okay, Amir, very well. That you see the mistake. It is very good. Okay, so let us try to paste again. Okay, Amir. Okay, so but now we have C language. But in this program, we compile the class. So C language, it is the class, it is the language only with structures. So first we compare previous program with structures. So the structure very similar to the class. So what does it mean structure? Structure means a set of data. For example, an array. Array, it is a set of variables, 20 variables. So another array and the variable. So two arrays and one variable. The set is called structure. Okay, so first it must be declared, and after this it is necessary to create the object of the structure. Okay, so this is statical creation. So in the case of the class, it is necessary to declare class. So in comparison with the structure, so in class it is possible to put also not only variable or some data, but the functions too. So the class, it is the structure with the functions. So the structure, but not only the data, but the functions too. The functions, the structure with the function, it is called class. So the structure appeared in the C language, C language was created in early 1968. In 1968. Okay, so but 10 years later, it appeared that it is not so wide language to create, for example, buttons, to create windows, to create graphical operational system. So for this purpose, it is necessary to include in the structure the functions too. And in the 1979 was created another language, the development of C, so-called C++ language. So in C++ first appeared the concept of the class, so the structure, the data or fields with functions or methods. Field and methods are united, so-called encapsulated in the class. So let us return into the debugger. So now we see the C language compiler. C language does not understand what does it mean class. So let us press run now. Okay, let us see the result. So first, do you see? So the inclusion Windows H is not understandable. So let us comment Windows H. So to cover the compilation. Okay, let us press run again. Okay, so the next class is not understandable. Why? Because now we have C language. In C language, class is absent. So let us check. Let us take the other selection. So try put this group. Okay, so C++. Let us select C++. So C++. Okay, so and let us press run again. Okay, so the mistake about class, so now is now disappear. Okay, so but we have another mistake. Okay, so what is wrong? So the include Windows. Why we included Windows H, the library Windows H? To explain what does it mean the function sleep40. So let us return to the listing of the class, and let us see that in the end of this listing we use the function sleep40. What does it mean sleep40? Sleep40, it is the delayed in 40 milliseconds. It is necessary to delay after call the function hide, move, and show, to delay in 40 milliseconds. Okay, to see the dynamical result, to see the changes in the screen in dynamics. So without sleep 40 milliseconds, we have the list in the screen and see no dynamic, no changes. So after each 3 steps, it is necessary to to delay in 40 milliseconds. Okay, so this sleep function is the property of the library Windows H, which is included in the non-executable part in the very beginning. It is not here, Windows H. Okay, it is not the inclusion for C++ language, it is the inclusion for the function sleep, only for the function sleep. So let us comment the function sleep. Let us comment and let us press run again. Okay, so the mistake is the same. Okay, so the mistake is the same. Okay, so now let us copy one more time all this. Okay, press Ctrl C. Let us go out. Okay, and let us try to enter one more time. Okay, so and let us put here, let us put here, and let us press run again. Okay, so I suppose that in this listing we have some mistake. Okay, so why? Because I compiled by my own this program, but I took this program not from this listing, but from my original program, Microsoft Visual C++ 6.0. So now I will open Microsoft C++ 6.0 and I will open the original program, so you cannot see, but now I will show you. So I will open, so file, present workspaces, so class, statical class, and let us take this original listing. So press Ctrl C. Okay, now I first show you the result. So now let us compile. Yes, let us build. Yes, and let us execute. So now please see the result of execution. So this is the result of execution in Microsoft Visual C++ 6.0. After pressing any key, so you will see the dynamical emulation of motion. Okay, I'm sorry, yes. So now let us continue. So now I press any key and you will see the emulation of the motion of the point. So how we move the point? So point now are in some place of the screen. So after this it is necessary to hide, to erase, and to draw the point in other place. So instead of to erase and instead of to draw, we have two functions, hide and show. So the hide function says that point of erased and give us the coordinates of the point, the radius of the point is 0 and the color of the point, for example, color number 5. So, and after this erasing, so point off, it is necessary to draw the point in other place, so with increment. So with increment in x in 5 pixels, in y in minus 2 pixels. So what does it mean 5 pixel increment? So x is measured from the left, so 5 pixels left, and y is measured from the top. Okay, so my program, my antivirus treated the exe files of this program, Microsoft Visual C++ 6.0, like Trojans. Okay, so it is common situation for modern antiviruses. So modern antiviruses treat many old programs like Trojans. Okay. Okay, so and in y, so y is measured from the top. So 28 means that 30 from the tops, and the point moves up. So minus 2, so up 30, and the next 28. Point on, so we draw in the place 28. So now after pressing any key, So you will see the rapid change, point off, point on, point off, point on in dynamics. So now I press. Okay, so let us execute again. Let us execute again. I'm sorry, let us execute again. Mhm. So antivirus must be stopped. Okay, so I need first to stop antivirus. Okay, so now I will try to stop antivirus. Okay, so to stop, yes, to stop and to execute. Okay, so now I will show you again the demonstration. Okay, so I will press and you will see the dynamical emulation of the motion. Yes, point off, point on, point off, point on, and 100 steps. So with 40 milliseconds delay, so to see the dynamical change. Okay, so the same must be seen in the GDB online compiler. So now our task is to compile this program in GDB. So I press Ctrl A and I press Ctrl C to copy from the original listing, from the working listing. Okay, so now let us return to the GDB online compiler. Okay, and instead of press Ctrl A and press delete and press Ctrl C. Okay, so nothing happens. So let us return to the Microsoft Visual C++ 6.0 again. So let us press Ctrl A, Ctrl C to copy. Yes, and let us return to the GDB online compiler. Let us press Ctrl V. Yes. So this listing is good listing, so it works as you saw. Yes. So what? Let us press run. Okay. So let us exclude Windows. Yes, and let us comment the sleep. Okay, and press run again. Okay, so you see that previous mistake disappeared.
have problem.
Yes, so it is it indicates that in this listing, which I put it into the model, we have a mistake, some mistake. So I will now press the addition to edit, and now this is a table, and now instead of this listing, yes, I will, no, not all the table, only instead of this listing. Okay, the left, sorry, so it is not so easy. Okay, to first time, yes, instead of this, press Ctrl C to insert. Nothing happens, so it is necessary to return into the. Okay, press I'm sorry, I missed Ctrl C and Ctrl V. It is necessary to press Ctrl V. Press Ctrl V. Okay. Now I change the listing. Okay. I change the listing. Yes, so this is a correct listing, the working listing. Okay, so it is necessary to save, сохранить. Yes. And now in the model, the correct listing of the class or object appear. Okay, so it is necessary to arrange. So this is my future task, but let us return to compilation. Okay, to compilation to GDB. Okay, so the main function in C++ and this compiler. So the C++ modern compilers require necessarily to main function of the integer type. Yes, not void, but integer or must be of integer type. Okay, let us put here integer. Okay, the main of integer type. And press run again. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, now it's good.
Result. Okay, so this is a result of compilation, total result of compilation. But you
Mhm.
see the dynamic, so the dynamical change. Okay, the dynamical change. Why? Because we comment the sleep function, the deletion, the sleep function. So we comment the sleep function. So it is necessary. Why we commented sleep function? Because it was the property of this inclusion Windows H which is not understandable, which is not included in this compiler. So Medet and Amer, after 10 seconds, not seconds, after 10 minutes, will be the automatical termination of our conference. Please, after this termination, after 5 minutes, please return to this conference. Okay? Are you understand?
Okay,
Yes. So after the termination, so after 5-minute break, so please return to the same conference. But now let us get conclusion.
internet. I have problem for my internet. I don't can see.
Internet,
Uh,
okay. So problem with
Amer, no, I am opening mic. It's teaching, not listening. It's a system problem.
uh-huh.
system
It's
problem.
teacher is speaking. It's one work. It's finished. I am opening two living.
Amir, you understand, Amir?
Yes, yes, I understand.
Do you understand? Because this Zoom conference is restricted by 40 minutes. Only 40 minutes are free.
Uh-huh.
So after 40 minutes, it is necessary to pay money. Okay, so to avoid this, so I forced to repeat this conference. It is very good because 30 minutes it is optimal time for requires them to receive the information. So after 30 minutes, it is necessarily to do the break. Okay, so now let us try to find the equivalent of this sleep function, not in this inclusion Windows, but in other inclusion, So instead of Windows, so we may include some other library with the same function, For example, instead of sleep function from the library Windows H, it is available the other function. For example, function with little sleep first. Sleep, but not with capital. Sleep. Or even you sleep. Yes, you sleep. So, but the argument of this you sleep must be given, for example, in 40,000, because you sleep measured time in microseconds. 1 microsecond, it is 1 millionth of the second. Okay, so in millisecond we have 1,000 microseconds. So 40 milliseconds, it is 40,000 microseconds. So you sleep, but from which inclusion? From which library? Not Windows H, but another inclusion. The inclusion of another operational system, for example, Linux inclusion, include. So in online GDB compiler, it is possible. It is possible to include. So which standard, but which standard? Standard H, but which standard? Unistandard. Okay, let us try to find this inclusion in the internet now. Okay, unistandard H. This inclusion. What does it mean, unistandard? Okay, unistandard. Replacement of unistandard. So unistandard, we have unistandard. Okay, it is the main result that we have unistandard, and this unistandard we have another function. You sleep in which argument of which is measured in microseconds. So 40 milliseconds corresponds to 40,000 microseconds. Okay, so what we will see? We will see the same result, but instead of this final table, we will see the rapid change, the dynamical change. Okay, so now, okay, let us press run. Yes, so you see the same, the equivalent. Okay, yes. Okay, so we change a little our listing, yes, and we see the result of our compilation of statical class. So statical class. What does it mean, statical? Statical means that we create the object of the class. So where we create the object of the class? Here, the object of the class in the very beginning of the program, we create two objects. My point of the class C point and my point one of the class C point. These are the parameters of the constructor. So this point is now placed in the place 20 pixels left and 30 pixels from the top. But this point is placed in 3 pixels left and 5 pixels from the top. Okay, the radius of the first point is 0. The radius of the second point, for example, little circle, is 1 pixel. So the color of the first point is number 5. The color of the second point is number 2. For example, color number 5 is green. Color number 2 is blue, for example. Okay, so it depends on your own uses. Okay, so but in statical creation, we create the object in the very beginning. So after this, it is possible to use the object and dot operator to call the functions of this class, to call the height function, to call the move function, in which changes the coordinates. So please see here 20, here the increment in 5, here 30, here the increment in 2. So the increment in R is absent, the increment in color is absent. So let us compare with the listing, with the first with the listing. So here, please see point of height function first. Point of in which position? X is 20, Y is 30, R is 0, C is 5. So the height function. Point of. After this, move in 5. 20 moves in 5, 30 moves in -2, 0 moves in 0, 5 moves in 0. So the result after motion, the show function. X is 20 plus 5, 25. So the next Y is how much? 30 minus 2, 28. So the radius 0 plus 0, so remains 0 and 5. The color 5 plus 5 remains 5. So the I it is the X. So X now is how much? 25. So I is 25. So after this, we call the function height, move, show, and X from the other class, my point 1. So my point 1, please see, X is 3, Y is 5, so R is 1, so C is 2. So let us compare point of X is 3, so the height function. 3, Y is 5, so R is 1, and C is 2. This is height function. After move, so in X, move the same, motion is the same, 5 minus 2, 0, 0. So 3 plus 5,
Doctor,
8. So